From the studios, Euroyard is back, and we got more Eurovision songs to talk about. This is the next batch of 25 in our ESC Top 400, which is through the 2025 contest. We'll briefly go through the notes again and then just get right into the songs. So this batch today is songs number 375 through 351. And as far as how we got here, let's remind you that Euroyard has watched every Eurovision performance that is available. Some of them were not available by video, so we listened to them. We've done it multiple times. We have scored 1,757 songs, including the songs that did not make it through the qualification for Mill Street. In 1993, we consider that a Eurovision semifinal. And as far as how we evaluated songs, like we said last time, and we've said throughout all of our annual reviews, we rate songs based on overall impression, engagement, vocals, composition and lyrics, and staging. So you put all of those things together, and that's how we came up with our rankings from 1 to 1,757. So again, the songs that you will see here today rank between 375 and 351 on our top 400 list. So without further ado, let's just get to it. Number 375 on the list. This was Greece's entry from 1977. The song is called Mathema Solfege, otherwise known as Solfege Lesson. They're literally doing solfege in the song, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This song, it does start off a little slow, but then the chorus hits, and it's a completely different song when that happens. It is so unbelievably 70s and a bit campy, and that is exactly why I liked it. They also had their very limited choreography down, even down to the little head bobs that they did. So that was easy. Let's keep going. Number 374. This was Hungary's entry from 2017 called Origo. So this song title means origin. When he did his songs, he had 2 of them at Eurovision. Both of them were really fascinating songs lyrically. They had a lot of deep imagery to them. I would say that this particular song stands out as very unique amongst the 1,700 plus songs. And notably, this song also goes from a ballad to him dropping a beat, and he did it 7 years before Nemo did it. So there you go. At number 373 on the list, another one from 1985. We said in the last video, you're going to get a lot of 1985 on this list. And this was Germany's entry from 1985, Für alle by Wind. So the song title means for everyone in German. The vocals on this song I thought were pretty good. It's just a very pleasant song to listen to in general. Now, this did come in second in 1985. I don't have it second, but I still thought it was pretty good. So it's here on this list. Moving on now, number 372. This was Turkey's entry in 1997, Dinle. So the song title means listen in Turkish. So this song, it takes you on a bit of a trip. At times it's enchanting, and at times it's a little bit mystical. And then at other times they got you clapping in your seat. And by the way, audience participation, even in 1997, that still really wasn't a thing yet. But they did it. They pulled it off. It would still be a few more years before audience participation started to become more like what we recognize it as now. But they had them clapping in their seats. I could hear it. So people must have liked it. And I did. For number 371, we bring you back to the present. This was Latvia's entry from 2025, Burman Laimi by Tautu Metas. So the song title means summon happiness. And you can tell they were summoning something. I genuinely think that this was the best song that Latvia ever sent to the contest. Even better than their winning song from 2002. Sorry for the spoiler, but that's how it is. This song, it makes you want to go into the forest and summon all the spirits and sprites and whatever the hell lives out there, like bears or deer. It's that kind of enchanting. Now, number 370, we have a winner here. It's Ukraine's from 2022. The song is called Stefania by Kalush Orchestra. So like I said, this was the winner in 2022. Ukraine, obviously, in 2022 was in a pretty tough position. this was a heartfelt entry that they sent, but it almost didn't go to the Eurovision Song Contest at all. So this song actually lost Vidbeer, came in second place in 2022. But due to a controversy with the person who did win, this song went to Eurovision instead of that one, and the rest is history. We go to Sweden for number 369, their 2003 entry, Give Me Your Love by Fame. So if this were just a straight up boy band, I wouldn't have come up with any other way that this could be a more perfect representative of radio music in the early 2000s. It was not a boy band act, but that's the only way it could be more early 2000s than it was. It had a good beat, and I did like the vocals. And trust me, not every Eurovision song in this era had either one. So when you did get it, you had to make note of it. So for 368, we go back to Greece and their 2021 entry. This one's called Last Dance by Stefania. So the song itself was fine. It wasn't bad at all. I enjoyed it. But what I remember about this one most was the staging. She did the green screen thing with her dancers, and I think it worked. She was a pioneer in that regard because I really can't think of too many other entries, if any other entries, that did something similar or that did it as well as she did. So it really captured my attention. And just a reminder, we are giving very, very high-level overviews of these songs. When the time comes and we evaluate each contest year by year, we'll have more to say about them, more to say about how we scored them, how they ranked, all that. We now come upon a personal favorite, a guilty pleasure, as it were. Number 367, Finland's 1969 entry, Kun silloin ennen by Jarkko and Laura. So the song title means like in those times. It was very memorable, and not just because of the hat or the cane. This one is super catchy and very, very cute. In fact, after I watched 1969's contest for the first time, I probably hummed this song for a few days afterwards. It's very infectious. Now, does it have the same production values of some of Finland's biggest and best songs? No. But if you let it, this song will charm the hell out of you. For number 366, we welcome Bosnia and Herzegovina into the fray, their 2011 song by Dino Merlin called Love and Rewind. And I think, like with the last song on this list, this one's strength is also in its charm and the charm of the performer, Dino himself. I do think that the song had a nice melody. Bosnia and Herzegovina didn't have a ton of success in general when they participated at the contest, but this was probably one of the country's best efforts. For number 365, we go to España, their 2004 entry by Ramon, called Para Llenarme de Ti, or To Fill Myself with You. Sounds a bit naughty, I don't know. There was mucho energía in this song. It's the kind of song that makes you want to get up and dance. Spanish music in general is just so vibrant. So that's their sweet spot right there, and they filled a need. For number 364, we go back to Turkey. Their 1991 entry, İki Dakika. So the song title means 2 minutes, and I have to say, this is one of my favorite Turkish entries. This was a bright and upbeat song, and yes, they did have some choreography, what little they could have in 1991. They executed it on point. They made the most out of the staging that they could. This is another one that would make you want to get up and dance. That is, unless you're a miserable person who doesn't like to have fun. And if you don't like to have fun, then I have to question why you're even watching Eurovision. But this one was fun. Number 363, we go to Malta. Their 2009 entry by Chiara. The song is called What If We? So this was Chiara's third and final appearance at the Eurovision Song Contest. She damn near won it in 2005. I think Chiara is the best vocalist that Malta has ever sent to the contest. I don't think that this was her best song necessarily, but I think she delivered on a personal level in all three of her performances at the contest. So I don't question her vocal abilities in any of them, and I think she did well. She didn't get really rewarded for it in 2009, but I think she sang her heart out. For number 362, we go to Italy a few years later in 2011. The song is called Madness of Love by Rafael Gualazzi. So Italy had just returned from a long break from Eurovision. And they said something a little different. Admittedly, this isn't my kind of music. It's not the sort of thing that I would add to my playlist, but just because it isn't my kind of music doesn't mean that it can't be good. This song is in a way soothing. It has the piano, and then it ends up being a pretty good orchestral production. So number 361, when I came upon this one on the list, I kind of laughed a little bit because I'm like, oh, wow, this one made it into the top 400. So Ireland, 1978, Born to Sing by Colm C.T. Wilkinson. So I had this song on here because I got to tell you, that Irish dude, Mr. Wilkinson, he sang his ass off. It has a lively 70s melody, sure, but he really worked hard to sell what might have otherwise been a pretty average song. So I got to give him credit for that. He was born to sing. It's truth in advertising. He was. And now we move over to the UK from the same contest. In 1978, number 360, called The Bad Old Days by Coco. So I'm not quite sure what was going on with this one because it finished in 11th in 1978. This was a very 70s sound, of course, but it had a good beat. I thought it was nicely done. Fun fact here, one of the singers in this group was Cheryl Baker, who would win Eurovision a few years later in 1981 with Bucks Fizz. And you might see that song again on this list. Just a fair warning. I'm not going to tell you where you're going to see it, but you're probably going to see it. Number 359, we stay in the United Kingdom. This was their 1992 song called One Step Out of Time by Michael Ball. So this was another one of the UK's legendary million second place songs that they had. It wasn't my second place, but I do think it was a good song from 1992. So Michael Ball, he had a little bit of Rick Astley going on, which, I mean, that's fine by me. And he just came across as a really prepared and polished performer. So I think that this song did deserve to contend in that contest, and it did. So here it is, top 400. So for number 358, we go to France, and another one from 1985. You're noticing a pattern here. Femme danser rêve aussi by Roger Benz. So this one means woman in her dreams too. Oh my God, this song is so 80s. Aside from the lyrics being a little repetitive, I really like the sound of this song. It starts off a little slow, but then it picks up fast. I think the vocals were also very clear. I think he was good at projecting volume, and I have to tell you that a surprising number of performers cannot do that, but Roger here could. We go now to Estonia for their 2002 song number 357 on the list. This is Runaway by Celine. This was Estonia's only host entry to date. This was another fun song that hits you with early 2000s radio pop, kind of hitting you like a folding chair over the head. This was entertaining, and I almost think it was better than their 2001 winning song. Almost. So for the next couple, we're going to throw it back. And this one, number 356, we take you to 1971. And Portugal's entry, Menina do Alto da Serra by Tonica. So this song means High Ridge Girl. This one had a really unique sound for Eurovision at the time. Of course, Eurovision was only 15 years old at that point. I think it was a little funky at times, but other than that, this was a pretty song with a comforting melody. The song did come in 9th place in that 1971 contest, which was their best finish to that point. And we're going to stay in the early 70s. This one was Italy's from 1970. Number 355 is Occhi di Ragazza by Gianni Morandi. The song title means Girl's Eyes. So Gianni Morandi, he is in his 80s at the time we recorded this. He is still performing today in 2026. In fact, he had a surprise appearance at Sanremo in February 2026. His son was one of the performing acts. They did cover night together. As for this song in 1970, 56 years ago, he sang the song with some swagger, kind of like, I know I'm a good singer, and I'm going to show you what a good singer I am. So he sold the hell out of it, and I appreciated this song. Now, number 354, we take you to the United Kingdom, 1989. called Why Do I Always Get It Wrong by Live Report. So this was another British song that almost won the contest. They had a lot of second places. The intro to the song, when they started going with it, it almost reminded me of Celine Dion's song, Where Does My Heart Beat Now?, which ironically was performed at the beginning of this 1989 contest. So this wasn't the fastest moving song, but there was some passion in those vocals, and I think it was an easy song to listen to. 3 to go here now. We're going to stay in the UK, go a few years back to 1986. Number 353, this song is called Runner in the Night by Ryder. This is some more 80s gold right here. I encourage you to listen to it. This song does not get off to a slow start. It starts fast and it stays fast. This thing comes in hot. It stays right there. I appreciate that because you know how I feel about catchy and peppy 80s music, and that is exactly what this one was. Just 2 to go now, and hey, our third UK song in a row. This one is from 1975, number 352. It's called Let Me Be the One by The Shadows. And if I were just listening to this and I weren't looking at the screen, I might have thought that it was the Beatles at times. That was probably intentional on their part. Let me tell you, there were not many Eurovision songs by 1975 that opened up with guitar riffs, but this one did. So they accomplished something here. Oh, and by the way, I like the song. And the last one in this batch, number 351. We take you to Portugal, 1980, Grande, Grande Amor by José Cid. So the song title means a great, great love, or a big, big love, whatever you want to call it. So this song, it had the piano, it had the big vocals, and it had a beat that sped up pretty quickly. We had a little bit of Portuguese Elton John action going on here. I thought this one was entertaining, and it did get rewarded. It came in 7th place in 1980. So that's it. We just ran through 25 more. We have gone through 50 songs so far. 28 different countries have been in our top 400 so far, but we still have 350 to go. And the only way you're going to find out which ones those are is here at Euroyard. Like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. We'll see you soon.